Today I'm adding houses and trees to my winter landscape. I'm going to take a big square and a little square, a big triangle and a little triangle, a big green triangle and a little green triangle, and a bigger and smaller brown rectangle for the tree trunks. I'm going to glue down my small house and small tree first. And these are going to go higher up on my paper near the top, closest to the horizon line. Now remember to keep it on the horizon line so it doesn't look like it's flying in the air. We want to keep it on the ground, on the snow. But as high up on the horizon line as you can make it. That's because these house and tree are going to look like they're farther away from us. They're smaller and near the top of the paper. I'm thinking about the element of art, space. I'm imagining that this is a 3D space where things are closer to us and farther away from us. Now my big house and my big tree are going to go towards the bottom of the paper. And they're bigger. They look like they're closer to us. I'm even overlapping my houses and trees a little bit. As you can see when I glue down the roof, it's going to overlap a little bit with the small tree. And that's okay. It shows that the small tree is behind the big house. So it's totally okay to overlap. Now I'm gluing down my bigger tree. Once again, it's near the bottom of the paper because it's closer to us in space. And it's overlapping a little bit with the small house. That's cool because it's in front of the small house. Now that I've got my big house and big tree glued toward the bottom of the paper, and the small house and small tree glued toward the top of the paper, I'm going to add some details to my houses and trees. I'm adding lines and shapes and colors to represent windows and doors. I'll draw shingles on the roof, doing a pattern of wavy lines for shingles. And I'll do a pattern of straight lines for siding. You can decorate your houses any way you want. I'm also adding little short lines to my trees to represent pine needles. Give it a little bit of visual texture. You could decorate your trees like Christmas trees if you wanted to. Now I have a white oil pastel and I'm adding some snowflakes. I can draw them as little dots or as little X's with an extra line through them. I can even add snow to the trees and to the rooftops. You can add other details too, like you could have chimneys on your houses. I'm also adding some stars with a yellow pastel.